Hello, everybody. Hope you had an amazing week and ready for even better weekend. So today we have our ninth workshop. Can you believe that time flies by so quickly? And it's been almost 2 months that we spent together. I don't know about you, but I feel like it's just like it was a snap of the fingers and the time just disappeared. So on one side, I'm excited to hear about the transformation of your journey, but on the other side, I'm sad that this journey is coming to an end. So today we will be talking about the 10 badass productivity hacks that will help you to take your life back and increase the productivity and ROI of your business and life in general. And my special guest today will be Jessie Lee Ward, who is a total badass, top entrepreneur inside of our profession. She's actually like a trendsetter inside of network marketing because the way she utilizes social media, the way she builds different systems to help her team duplicate, to help her team to recruit on much higher levels. I don't think I've met anybody who mastered those two skill sets. So when I was thinking about the topics and thinking who will be my co-trainers to help you to nail those specific techniques or strategies, obviously I couldn't think of anybody better than Jessie Lee herself. And she will be sharing with you all the different strategies that she used to utilize and create the systems and also quadruple your recruiting. Put some fire in the comments. How many of you would like to know how to quadruple your recruiting? Because that's the blood of our business. If you do not learn how to recruit, it's really hard to make this business grow because you need to bring a lot of people into the pipeline. You need to start those conversations. You need to prospect and share your products, your services, your opportunity with so many people, and then invite them into your business, bring them into your business so they can start seeing those opportunities for themselves and learn the skills necessary and the mindset necessary to turn that into something more substantial than just a project, than just, let me see if it works. Let me, do it when I feel like it. So, like I said, Jessie Lee is one of those people who help us to see the recruiting from such a different perspective. She personally recruited, I don't even remember the number because obviously this number grows every day because this woman never stops. I think she recruited something like 3,000 or 4,000 people herself, some insane number. And like I said, she's the perfect person to train on that. And unfortunately, she was traveling this time and she wouldn't be able to come in person, but she still wanted to deliver the goods. She still wanted to bring as much value as possible. So she recorded the message and the special training just for you guys that we will be playing next. And after that, I'll come back and I will talk about how to increase your productivity and how to help with, how to rank advance faster. Because one thing is to bring that group of people right into your business, but then what do you do with them and how you help you grow your business on a much higher level. So make sure that you take a lot of notes from Jessie Lee's presentation, because like I said, it's going to be a lot of golden nuggets inside of it. And like I said, afterwards, I'll come back and I will do my piece of training. And there are going to be some exciting news for our 10th workshop. So make sure you don't miss that. So the team is ready and let's bring Jessie Lee's presentation.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's Jessie Lee. You can call me #BossLee, and I'm excited to be with you here today, except for I wish I were live here with all of you in the Break Free program, 10 weeks on how to be a badass and bulletproof, but I can't. And I actually want to start with that because if you can master what I am training you today how to do on how to build your business, especially in recruiting, which is something I'm so passionate about, I just want to let you know you can actually have the freedom that some people try to tell you doesn't exist. And so what I'm trying to tell you is that the reason I'm not live with all of you right now is actually because I am in Europe. I am on my first ever 30-day straight vacation, and it is not going to be done small. I'm trying to live about 5 to 10 years in 30 days. And so I just want to tell you that you also can be that badass. You can be that person who really takes control of his or her life and decides to do anything and everything humanly possible. So if you see me on social media, I will be living. And so you better be learning today, and then implementing today so that you too can be a badass. And I do want to give it, I don't always do shout outs to Eric and Marina, though I know I should even more when I have the opportunity to train on here. But a lot of you might not realize that my story truly started with Eric and Marina. I was already a high earner, I suppose. I was making about $35,000 a month when I first met them. And that's great, but that is not where this ends for me, and that is not where this ends for you. And so when I met them and I really caught the vision of where and what this could become, and I really took my recruiting extremely seriously, and I took my leadership development seriously, and I took the belief in myself a lot more seriously, is when stuff really started to change. And so I'm really appreciative to be here, although I can't be live and chatting with all of you in the chat. I know I'll see the tags on social and everything. So you guys are amazing, and thank you for being part of my life. So anyway, let's jump in. So I'm going to teach you guys how to recruit today. I love recruiting, and you can't tell me nothing about it. I love it because it has nothing to do with the money. It has nothing to do with the lifestyle. It's nothing to do with any of this stuff. I love recruiting because you get to actively watch people that you start to care about and build relationships with change their entire world. Does that make sense? So I didn't want to recruit. I didn't want to recruit until I had an upline, 11 years ago now, say to me, hey, don't you want to change people's lives? I'm like, yeah, I guess. And then she said something like, and I'm asking you, okay, hasn't your life changed from this network marketing opportunity? I said, yeah. And she said for me to write out all the reasons how my life changed that were $100 or less, thanks to network marketing. And I started writing out stuff like a shirt here, or a trip, traveling there, or an event here, or friendships there, or personal development here, or whatever, $100 weekly pay, whatever it is. And then she said to me something that really changed my perspective. And before I even train you on anything, I have to get you in the mindset that this is something that really will change your life, which is why I'm taking the time to do it. And she just said, well, don't you know other women? I was in an all-women company at the time. Don't you know other women who need some of those things too? And so I want you to kind of get in your heart for a minute before we even get into this and ask yourself, don't you know other people who need this too? And the answer is unanimous. Yes. I don't care what country you're from. You can shout your country in the chat, even though I can't see it. No matter what country you're from, no matter what background you come from, no matter what your circumstances are. And I know a lot of you learned that at Most Powerful Women from the panel we had. It really is the people who have maybe had some of the biggest struggle end up having the biggest success. So don't let any of that define you, and let's move forward, and let's use network marketing specifically as a vehicle that really truly changes people's lives for the positive, even if it's not monetary, right? So anyway, I want to go through this today. And the first thing I want to talk about is branding. Okay. So I don't know that this is a step-by-step, easy breezy, lemon squeezy system that is going to make it super easy for all of you to go out there and make $1 million and have 1 million recruits or anything like that. But I will tell you that in 2022 and beyond, it's really going to be brand that changes people's lives the most. Okay. And here's something that I've never said, but for some reason I get on Marina and Eric's trainings and I got to say stuff I never said before. Okay. If you want to sell more, if you want to recruit more, stop talking about the opportunity and stop talking about the product and stop talking about the service. I know I just ruined your life. You're like, hold on a second. I got to cross off all my notes I've ever written from anybody. Look, people are joining people. So if all of your posts and your stories and on your wall and on all this stuff is about your upline or about your CEO or about your product, or nobody cares. If you want to recruit the masses, you have got to start providing value to the masses. What do the mass of people understand? Most people understand, oh, business opportunity. Most people understand, oh, she has a good lifestyle. Most people understand, oh, she or he is taking steps to become a better person through personal development. Most people don't know about the special berry that's in your juice, or the special squirt of something that's in your collagen, or the extra, vivaciousness that makes your water taste good, or whatever it is you're selling. They don't know the difference. And quite frankly, I don't think they care to know the difference. That might sound kind of crazy, but it for sure is true. So if you want to recruit more, start talking about you. I'm going to say it again. This is hard for some of you. If you want to recruit more, start talking about you. People want to know all the weird stuff about you too. Okay. You don't have to be the business person all the time. And I know for some of you, you might look at some of my social media and you're like, that girl can be out there sometimes. And you are not wrong. Okay. But what happens when you put yourself out there and you're telling your story and you're showing your day-to-day life and you're building your brand is that people start to be attracted to who you are as a person. People start to say, I can see myself doing business with him or her. People start to say, I like that. People start to say, ooh, so you can be outgoing and single. You can be shy and super, super introverted. You can be dressed in flannel. You can be dressed in basically lingerie. You can be doing whatever, and you can still build a business. Well, that's news to me. I didn't know that. And when you start to share that kind of stuff with people, they start to build that deep, deep, deep trust. So it can be little stuff. I just looked at my nails when I went like that. It could be taking people on the journey of getting your nails done if you get your nails done, getting your hair cut if you got your hair cut. It could be getting your beard trimmed if you get your beard trimmed. I have to include something for the men, right? When you get your car washed or your oil changed or all this stuff, people want to go on a journey with you. And like I said a million times before, people do business with who they know, like, and trust. Now, what is brand? Okay. Now you might be looking at, and I know I'm twisting a flipping Louis Vuitton earring, but that's just because it's upside down. I'm not talking brand like this or brand like this or brand like this or brand like Boss Lee. Okay. When I'm saying what is your brand, what I'm really telling you to do is if you want to recruit more people, I need you to write out the things that you want your brand to represent. And I also want you to take the time. Here's a little baby assignment. I've told you this before, but some of you didn't listen the first time. I love you guys. Go ask your social media. When you think of me, what are some things you think about? When you look at my business, what are some things you think about? If I were to create a brand, what would you think my brand would be about? And you'll start to get answers. You'll get stuff like, oh, when I see you, I think about self-development. When I see you, I think about personal growth. When I see you, I think about dogs. When I see you, I think about positivity. When I see you, I think about makeup. When I see you, I think about parenting. When I see you, I think about the carnival. I don't know. Okay. They start to say all these things. And now you know what your brand is starting to be built upon. Does that make sense to everybody? Like, don't make your brand what you think it needs to be. This goes back to telling who you are, not who your CEO is, not who your upline is, not what your product is. Who are you? Okay. And they're following you to do business with you. They want to know more about you. Now, what does it mean to be on brand then? If you're going to build this big recruiting funnel, if you're going to start being able to recruit the masses and whatever, sometimes you're going to recruit the asses too. All right. But anyway, when you want to recruit the masses, putting yourself out there and creating and deciding what your brand's going to be. If you follow me at all, you've probably noticed this or you've heard me train on this before, but my brand is different on different platforms. My Instagram is all lifestyle and business. That's it. Okay. My TikTok is a little hood rat, little ratchet, little personality. Okay. My podcast is 100% business. My YouTube is 100% business. My Facebook is very much so slow it down. This is my family. This is my get ready with me. This is my ask me anything. This is my get to know me, get to know me, get to know me, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Okay. So all of my brand is different because I'm a very versatile woman, but you're going to catch more stuff about my doggies on Facebook, right? You're going to see more stuff of makeup on my TikTok, right? You're going to see stuff that's more about just business and building business and scaling business and keynote speeches and stuff like this, training, coaching, mentorship, etc., business tips, all on Instagram. And the cool thing with that, if you want to recruit more, is I really want you on all platforms. Okay. I really want you on all platforms. I'm kind of jumping ahead to number 2 because number 1 is brand, but I want you on more platforms. I don't want you to master TikTok before you go to Facebook. I don't want you to master Instagram before you decide to get a YouTube. I am on a flippin' mission, you can probably tell, to make people understand how amazing network marketing is, to understand how much this is a very much so real business model, and also understand how you can take all of these entrepreneurial skill sets that you're learning inside of network marketing and take it into traditional businesses if that's what you choose to do. I'm trying to bridge the gap between the two. And if you're going to bridge the gap between the two, you better have something that I like to call is omnipresence. Omnipresence, of course, is just, hey, I show up everywhere. You can find me anywhere. You can find me all over the world. You can see me on, you can hear me on a podcast. You can see me on YouTube. You can watch me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, etc. This omnipresence is going to create that brand as well, because you also see what people relate to. I'm not going to jump all the way ahead yet, but this is also important in regards to, well, what the heck do I post, Jessie? You're talking to me about this brand stuff. I know that I like dogs. I know that I like water. I know that I like technology. I know that I like data. I know that I like whatever. But how do I know what people want to see? We'll get there. Okay. So that's number 1. We've got to start building a brand, and that's through posting content. All right. If you see water, drink water. This is like a little thing I saw. So y'all need to go drink some water. So I'm gonna drink some water. Is this already good for you guys? I don't know. Tell a friend about it or something. All right. If it's good for you, tell a friend. All right. And by the way, you might have noticed I didn't mention in brand, like what color scheme you're going to go with. I didn't mention like, your backdrop. I didn't mention your font choice. No, you can get there later. You can hire people way later down the road, okay, to do whatever you want. I jumped on here and Sandy's like, oh my gosh, the gold and the black. I'm like, yeah, it's very on brand, very on brand. I do a lot of gold and black. That took forever, like this is not a day one thing. Okay. And it doesn't really matter when it comes to your recruiting, what your color scheme is. I see some of you with your gorgeously cultivated Instagrams. I'm like, ugh, I'm so bored. I'd prefer to have an ugly Instagram. I'd rather look at it and go, oh, this person has personality. All right. So number 2, if you want to recruit more people, oh my God, what is your social presence like? So I already touched base when I said the omnipresence, but this is not complicated. And I want to give a shout out to Kinsey. She's been part of all of these. She's in Eric's mastermind. She's been in the accelerator program. She's probably part of this badass thing. I'm sure she'd be on here. She's on here. And I'm going to shout out to her, not because I'm not in business with her, not because of anything, but because I am thoroughly impressed with the fact that right now, as I record this, she has a 2-week-old son. And she is still posting. She's still building. And some of you are going, that's not impressive. No. Hold on. I actually went and I saw her in Utah last week. Okay. And little Rome is like, this little tiny nugget. Okay. So sweet. Oh my God. I cannot even. Okay. So anyway, I love babies if you don't know this about me. But anyway, so I went there and I was so impressed with her because she's still posting, and I watched her for hours be extremely present with her son. No phone, no nothing, whatever. And I said to her, is the reason that you're able to post, I already knew what the answer was going to be. I said, is the reason that you're able to still post and still do your reels and still do all this stuff, still keep up with your stories because you got in a consistent routine? And now it only takes you 5 minutes to create a reel? And she said, yeah. And so I want that. I'm trying to plant that in your mind, because how many of you have a little bit of guilt around your kids or your job or your family or your whatever, right? You have this little bit of guilt around it. And you're like, I don't think I have enough time to build this big recruiting funnel. I don't think I have enough time to build this big brand. Guys, it doesn't actually take time to have a social presence. What's taking time is the amount of time you're taking scrolling. Okay. If you're on social media, I would highly recommend you do not scroll. The only thing you should probably be doing is educating yourself. So if you stumble upon a live where you're getting educational information, stop and you can watch that. Okay. Because that could be personal development. But I was very impressed with her, and I know her business is going to continue growing. She's going to continue to be a top recruiter because she understands it takes 5 minutes of well-cultivated content to really last for the entire day. Okay. So with social presence, I already told you all the platforms I'm on. You could also add things. You could add Twitter if you want to be a tweeter. You could do Pinterest if you want to. There is a new thing that's out. I like to give you guys new stuff when I'm on here. This is brand new. It's been out for, I don't know, only a couple of weeks. It's called repurpose.io. Repurpose.io. Now, if you watch me anywhere, you might see that sometimes I will post the same TikToks as I do on Reels, as I do on Facebook Reels, as I do on whatever. I'm doing all these same things. It's repurposed content. The reason that I'm able to do that is because I have taken the raw file and I'm repurposing it. Repurpose.io makes this a lot easier for you. It's going to make it so you don't have to even think about it. You don't have to do anything, quite frankly. It'll make your life way, way, way easier. Okay. Now, something I do when it comes to social presence and brand building as well that will help get recruits too is anytime I do something that goes well on one platform, I make sure to repurpose that content on other platforms. So as an example, I've had quite a few of my Boss Lee Biz TikToks go viral. Okay. Hi, Wookie Lee. That's my puppy dog. There's my puppy dog. She's talking to me with her nose. Okay. But I've had a couple go viral, right? I take those, I make sure to repurpose those into content again, so people know that I'm a business woman. We're going to get into that too. Okay. But really, step 2 is social presence. If you are not consistently showing up, not only are you not getting recruits, but you're getting really bad recruits when you do. And the reason is because I've got to be honest with all of you. You are literally coaching and training people to be lazy. You are showing people it takes nothing. And one of my biggest with the network marketing profession is too many people are out there saying about how easy it is, how it doesn't take work, how it was no effort. Of course it was all these things. And we make it seem like it wasn't. Okay. And I want us to get better at showing people the real deal. How can you show people on social media that this is a business? How can you show people on social media that you are a coach? How can you show people on social media that you are going to mentor, that you are going to train, that you are going to teach, that you are going to do all these things? And the cool thing is, if you are showing people through your stories, your posts, your lives, your reels, your TikToks, your whatever, when you start to show people that, you will start to create almost an army. When you create the army, you're creating a brand. When you have the army of followers, anybody who says anything about you, you now have an entire horde of people who are ready and willing right behind you to say, I don't think so. I don't think so. Right? Right. So what is your social presence like though? Now, what I would really suggest all of you do, sometimes I've shared my calendar and stuff like that here on some of these programs here. Sometimes I show my calendar on my social media and it freaks people out. I don't care what your calendar looks like. I just care that you do stuff consistently. Okay. If you know you only have 20 minutes a day to work your network marketing business, only work for 20 hours a day, 20 minutes. I say hours. All right. Only 20 minutes a day. If you have 20 hours a day, holy hell. Okay. That's how rumors start. If you've only got 20 minutes a day to work your business, that's fine. But can you please work those 20 minutes very, very scheduled? So maybe it's laid out. Like, you're going to do a 5-minute live. You're going to do a reel that takes you 3 minutes to complete. You're going to do a photo post with a caption. Maybe you wrote the caption earlier in the day when you were like on the toilet, or you were on the subway, or you were, voice to texting because you're on a dog walk, whatever. I do a lot of my posts and a lot of my ideas come when I'm actually in more of a meditative state. Because people go, where are your ideas from? Well, I'm personally developing when I'm walking my dogs. I have the notes section in my phone. I know I'm like fire hosing you with stuff to do right now, but like, I want y'all to leave this training and be like, Jessie Lee laid it down. All right. Okay. So I know I'm giving you a lot. I'm sure you'll get a replay, watch the replay and just take it all over again. But I go on this dog walk. I hear the things and I immediately take the notes section of my phone and I type the notes. And then I can do bullet points. And then if I'm like really inspired by something, or maybe something makes you go, ooh, that's a story I can tell from my personal life, I will stop listening to said podcast. I will stop listening to said book, and I will hit the voice to text button on my phone, and I will talk to text to caption in my notes section. And I don't have to use that caption that day. I don't have to use that caption tomorrow. I can even save that caption for a day that I'm like, holy smokes, I'm exhausted. I can't even think right. Another little repurposing tip that will help you with your social presence is a lot of you have now been doing business for many, many years. You're in a program that costs quite a bit of money to be part of. I know that. I'm so proud of you for being here. Investing in my education is the number one thing that I ever did. It changed my life so much. It has made me the woman and the business owner that I am. So cheers to all of you for investing in yourself and your business. I'm very proud of you, honest to God. I lost my train of thought. Holy smokes. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Okay. I have so many captions, just like so many of you do, on my Instagram and on my Facebook that are good. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like, you know how to do this, right? If you go to your, let's see if I can tell you how to do it really fast. Oh, Facebook updated. Of course it did. Okay. So if you go on your Facebook and you go to menu and you go to memories, menu's new, memories, it will show you your post, your story post from a year ago. And then it'll also show you all of your posts from your memories from forever. And so like, here's this right here. This is from a year ago. This post is incredible. Like literally, I have an example right now today of a written post that I'm looking at, and it's incredible. Okay. I could literally use this right away. Here's another one. Let's see. Let's see what happened 2 months ago. Yep. Look at this. Oh, I got a good caption from 2 years ago too. You can repurpose. You can repurpose these captions. And here's the thing. I know you're thinking, no. That's not possible. That's not possible. Nobody's going to know. How? They're not going to know. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of like little pro tips like that, things that I like to use. A lot of the time, that is something I really like to do in regards to coming up with more content. So your social presence does matter. And if you're getting recruits that are not consistent, I just want to be honest with all of you. And I want you to ask yourself, are you being consistent? And for some of you, it's not enough for me to give you the homework assignment to say, do a 30-day Reels challenge. Maybe I should give you 90. Right? Maybe I should give you 90 so that you do 30. But I will tell you, I did not want to do Instagram Reels. I did not want to even do TikToks. And I certainly didn't want to do Facebook Reels. The Facebook Reels has been my newest. I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it. And I'll tell you, I did my first Instagram Reels challenge. I had several do very, 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 very well. Nothing went viral. I didn't really care. I've had viral ones now. I just kept the consistency. After 30 days, I was like, whatever. And now I've had ones where like I had an alpha woman that's in business reel on Instagram go live. I don't think there is anything that could be more on brand than that for me. Those are the people that I want to follow me. And I'm going to tell you, this gets to recruiting because I had calls to action. We'll get there in a second. I'm jumping ahead. I had calls to action that told these people to follow me, that told them to message me with the word info if they wanted info on their business. I had already weaponized the post before it went viral. Y'all, you're messing up if you're not doing that. So anyway, I recently had this like, oh, poo, I don't want to do the Facebook Reels thing. This is so boring. I have never created a single reel on Facebook, just so you know. I do that repurposing thing. Like I said, I take the raw post, the raw content, and then I post it on there. This is my DMO for it. I know y'all like when I give you my DMOs, mostly because I think it scares you and you think that I'm an alien and whatever. I do at least 3 a day on Facebook Reels. You go to my Facebook Reels, I post 3 a day. Every single one is a business reel. 0 are trends, 0 are about product, and 0 are about any kind of, lifestyle, fun, whatever. No, they are business. Now, why would I do that? Because I want my social presence to show people repeatedly that I have a business opportunity and you will be joining a businesswoman who knows how to actually build a business. That makes sense to all of y'all. See, I see a lot of you doing the Reels challenges, but what the problem is when you're doing the Reels challenges is, quite frankly, I'm watching them and it's like you're building your personality, and sure, you're building your consistency bone, but you're not actually showing people that there's an opportunity, and you're certainly not showing people that you know business. So I need you to start posting reels that show people the brain that is in your head. And you all have that. If you're part of the Break Free program, I'm going to assume you have a team that you coach probably at least once a week, right? I do 12 calls for our team a week. It's a little excessive. Okay. But if you have a team, if you are on this, you probably have a team, even if it's a team of 1. Do you train them? If the answer is yes, I want to ask you a question. What are you doing with that content? You see, right before I got on here, I said, hey, can you ask Marina if I can have this recording when I'm done? And she said, yeah, I don't see why not. Now, I didn't want the recording so I can watch it back. You see, this information is clearly inside me. What I want the recording for is so I can give it to an editor. You don't have to do this. You can edit it yourself in InShot, InShot. It's an app. Okay. You can edit it yourself. I don't have time to edit. Okay. I'm going to send this entire recording and all of my other recordings and all of my Zoom videos and all my trainings and all the stages I'm on. I give it to an editor. The editor chops up the good stuff. He chops up the good stuff. He turns it into reels. He gives me the raw content. I can post it wherever I want to, or you can even hire somebody to post it for you if you want to be fancy pants. Okay. It increases my social presence. It shows people, okay, all I'm doing is I'm coaching and teaching the profession, the entrepreneurial world, whatever, real estate agents, network marketers, all these people. Look at the girl's brain. Of course you want to do business with her. She knows how to build a business. She shows you all day long, whether it's a reel, a TikTok, a post, a video, a live, or whatever. Now, you don't have to be crazy, Jessie Lee. I know some of you are having a panic attack over there, like, oh my God, holy no. It's going to start so bad. Your reels are going to look like poo. You're not going to get much traction. But me too. I didn't want to do Facebook Reels. And I said, all right, whatever, screw it. Let's do 3 a day. Let's try out 3 a day for a couple of weeks. Let's see what happens. Okay, social presence is my second tip for you guys, right? In the last 10 days, I have 20,000 new followers on Facebook alone. And none of them are following me because I'm pretty. And none of them are following me because I have good clothes. And none of them are following me because I have color in my hair. And none of them are following me because of a product or because of my beautiful dogs, although I would follow me for my dogs. Okay. They're literally following me because every single thing has a call to action. If you are interested in building business and scaling business and you want to be trained on business, make sure you hit the follow button. Think of the way you can convert recruits if people know that you're actually a business person. And I know that's a mind screw for some of you because people think, oh, I've been told network marketers aren't business owners. You guys, I roll with the biggest entrepreneurs in the entire world. You are absolutely a business owner. You're absolutely an entrepreneur. You absolutely have everything it takes. Let's start believing that and showing people that. Stop with the little cutesy reels all the time. I like doing those and then like hitting them with content. Those, hit them with content. Those, hit them with content. But you need to show people you are a serious business owner. That's what your social media presence needs to show. Okay. If you want to be a clown, but I'm not interested. Okay. All right. The third one is I need you guys to make sure you're actually doing reach outs. Now, here's what I mean by this. Okay. Now, I don't mean cold messaging. I'm not the cold messaging girl. I've talked about this 1.5 million times. I'm never going to be in your DM. Okay. Like I'm never going to be the person, hey girl, hey hun, I got a business opportunity for you. Blah, blah, blah. No, but it is not cold messaging if somebody interacts on your stuff. Now, that could include watching a video of yours. That could include liking a video of yours, a post of yours, a TikTok, a reel of yours. That could be sharing a piece of content of yours. That could be watching your stories. Don't overthink what this is, okay? It's immediately moved into warm if somebody is watching you and engaging with your stuff. That's no longer cold. Those people you should absolutely reach out to. Absolutely. And it can be something as simple as a script like, hey, thanks so much, Sandy, for watching my Instagram story. I was just wondering, are you being supportive or would you like more information? Are you just being supportive or would you like more information? Now, you're going to have a hell of a lot of people say I'm being supportive, but you're also going to have people that you never would have reached out to before saying, yeah, I've been watching you for a while. I would love more information on what you do. And then you can follow whatever process it is that you have, whether that's a scripting process. You guys know I like scripts. You can get you guys know where you can get my scripts for free, obviously. Or, maybe you do an ad tag message system, of course, if you have that ready, so you can say, great, can I add you to a group and tag you in a video? Okay, maybe you could, I don't care what guidelines you're following, whatever your systems are, but make sure you have that in place. It's really important, okay? This is also important that you are reaching out to people that are maybe in your explore page, okay? Just creating relationships. A lot of people don't take the time to create relationships at all with people. You're just too scared to comment on their stuff. You're too scared to share their video. You're too scared to slide in their DM. You're too scared to interact on their story. That's how you build relationships. People these days are like, how are people, recruiting these influencers? And like, people are recruiting these influencers quite simply because they started a conversation with them. I think sometimes you look at people with large social media accounts and you do this thing where you just get super nervous, super scared. And you're like, oh my gosh, like, why would they talk to me? Why would they want to do business with me? Why wouldn't they? They have insecurities just like you do. They don't like, you might think their inbox is blasted full of people because they have 5 million followers. Maybe not, because maybe everyone else is just like you and they're too scared to DM them, right? So maybe start having the conversations and see where that takes your life, takes your business and your recruits for sure. I'm very, very big on that. I'm huge on reach outs. I'm huge on making sure people understand who you are, what you're about, and showing people, again, that social media presence. It all follows in. Now, you're going to have a hard time finding people. I'm going to guess some people go, well, nobody interacts with my stuff. A couple of things. I want you to check that your profiles are public. Okay, public profiles. I want you to, again, check what your consistency is. What is your social media presence really like? Are you actually being social or are you not being social? Okay. And then I want you to ask yourself, is all this stuff on brand? And am I actually bringing value in this? And that might sound weird, but value doesn't have to be amazing coaching. Value can be comedy. Value can be scripture. Value can be entertainment. Value can be all kinds of different things. But are you consistently sharing value with people? Because people want to do business, again, with people they know, like, and trust, and people that they go, I like her. I think I want to follow her a little more. I think I want to see more about what she does. I think I want to know more about him. Okay, so you've got to make sure you're doing that. If you're not getting any engagement on your stuff, try something new. A lot of you, when you do live video, you could not possibly sit down and do it like I'm doing right now. Your energy is extremely low. You look like a sleeping duck. Okay, hello guys, welcome to my video. Today I want to talk to you about. That's probably even higher energy than some of you. Stop it. Okay, you've got to add the magic. You got to add the sauce. Some of you need to stand up and you got to get some energy in what it is that you're doing. I can sit down and do it and it's fine. And even then, I will tell you, I get a lot better engagement when I do stand. The other thing is, I don't know why I'm adding this in, but I'm going to tell you, if you have a microphone, you're an authority. You know what? I'm going to see if I have a microphone like sitting on my, I don't think I have one here right now. But like when you're on a stage or somebody gives you a microphone in your hand, okay, this is water. Go drink some. People listen more, especially in those reels, right? Or if you scroll on somebody's feed and they're, talking into a microphone when they're doing a podcast or a live video, you're kind of like, wow, Well, okay. Somebody thought they were good enough to give him a microphone. Okay. So I want you to think about these little tweaks you can do to make people stop their scroll. All right. Stop their scroll. I want you guys to have more engagement on what you're doing. Something else I see a lot of you guys, I don't know who you guys are, but probably a lot of women in here too. But something I see a lot of people do on their social media is when I'm looking at it, you pretty consistently post pretty much the same stuff. Your social media is boring, right? It's like you figured out the one angle of your face you really like, and every photo is like, it's not interesting, like try something new, try on different outfits, stand up at different angles, turn around, look, have a full body shot. I don't care what size you are, right? Sex is not a size, right? Like, please. All right. So many of you, it's like, same one. Stop. Okay. Try something new. Smile. Okay. So that I need you to do. I need you to do more reach outs, and it'll come from your social media presence. Okay. My next tip, if you want to recruit more, I hope this is useful. Okay. I think the only way you can track stuff, and I like to track stuff, okay, because then you know what's actually working and you know what's not working, is by doing the same flow every time. I'm a big fan of scripts. Really big fan of scripts. I really like the app called Boards. I know I've been talking about that for a couple of years now through the masterminds and through the accelerator and now through the Break Free program, but I really love Boards. I like people being able to go tap, 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 because the fact of the matter is, and I know I'm not talking to y'all right now when I say this, but most people do not want to be entrepreneurs. Okay. I know that's like terrible. You're like, yes, they do, Jessie Lee. No. See, they like the idea of being an entrepreneur in the sense of they like the lifestyle. They see the freedom of entrepreneurs. They see my 30-day straight trip now, international, total vacation, not working. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm nervous because I've never done that in my life, right? They see this and they go, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have a supercar. I want to fly on private jets. I want to be on stages. I want to. They don't understand the amount of work that it takes to actually understand entrepreneurship, which I actually think is why people don't like network marketing. It's a bunch of people who never understood it's a business. This is not get rich quick. This is a business. Okay. So I say that to say, I love scripts, because most of you are not recruiting entrepreneurs. Most of you are recruiting influencers, wannabe influencers, affiliates, and wannabe affiliates. That's what you're recruiting. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I want you to use scripts so that they can also recruit more people and you can recruit more people. Does that make sense? Like, most people that are joining you don't want to learn the business. They want to learn the money. As in, they just want to make money. They want to be able to put up an Instagram post and make $20,000. They want to be able to learn how to make a brand and build a brand and then go on TikTok and do a TikTok that goes viral and they make $10,000. They don't want to learn how to manage inventory. They don't want to learn taxes. They don't want to learn scaling a business. They don't want to learn leadership. They don't want to learn culture. They don't want to learn any of these skill sets. There's zero interest. The best way to recruit those people and the best way for you to take the pressure off yourself is to make sure you are utilizing scripts. Because if you are following a set of scripts consistently for every single person, and again, I'll let Eric and Marina give my scripts away for free for sure for you guys in here. If you follow these systems of scripts and you every single time do the same scripts, it can duplicate into your organization. And then when it duplicates into your organization and they go, well, what do I say to this person? You can say, no problem, girl. I don't need you to learn the business. Just download the app called Boards. I'm going to send you the link to our Boards app. Just tap through. That's all I need you to do. Okay. So now you've got this influencer who does have a TikTok go viral, who's actually organized, who's actually ready to go, who doesn't need to put a link to a Zoom call in their TikTok bio. Okay. They're just closing. But same goes for you. Your recruits will increase if you do it too. Because then, I know I'm talking high level stuff right now for a minute here, but my business, when I'm gone for the next 30 days, I promise you I'll still be recruiting. I promise you I'll still be selling. And I promise you I'll still be promoting people. How is that possible, you may ask? It's possible because I have an entire team of people who have the boards, a whole team of people who have the scripts, a whole team of people who do the reach outs with the scripts. All they have to do is download the boards app, download my board. Boop, boop, boop. So anytime any of my TikToks that are already drafted and ready to go, see y'all will think it's me. It ain't gonna be me, baby. All right, it's not me posting that content, baby. I'm in Austria. I'm hiking in the Alps. Woo-hoo! Okay, I'm gonna be whitewater rafting and posting TikToks and reels, and y'all are gonna be like, Jessie, what you can do the most? I'm be like, girl, I am doing the most. I'm chilling. I'm in Mykonos. Okay, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Y'all check my stories for my tan. Damn, look at me. I'm like ready to go. All right. But anyway, you get the point. It's how I'm able to still live this very, very fun life and build the business, because I don't think any of us are. Okay, hold on. I gotta take you out of school for a second here. I heard from a good friend of mine. This man is worth like $600 million. And he said to me, Jessie Lee, you don't have a. Are y'all ready for this? This one's like a little aggressive, what I'm about to say. And I'm just going to say it because I love you. Okay. He said, you don't have a business unless you can leave your entire business for 6 months and come back and the business is bigger. I'll say it again. He said, you don't have a business until you can leave the business for 6 months and the business when you come back is bigger. I mean, that was a big mind F for me. I don't know about you guys, but I had this moment where I'm like, oh my God. And I said, well, then what do I have? And he said, if you don't have that, then you have a glorified job. You're an employee. And it like slapped me across the face. It made me go, I better hire like crazy. I better build out an entire team. I better stop doing all the things I think I have to do. I better stop responding to all the messages I think I need to respond to. I need to set boundaries around my coaching, around my calls, around all this stuff. Because if I don't set boundaries around it, nobody's going to set boundaries around it. And I know it might sound weird, but you guys will recruit better people and you will recruit more business-oriented people if you have systems in place where people don't see you running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You see, it's not me having to do all these scripts. You want to recruit better people and more people? Please do what I just said. That's number 4, I think I said, right? Yeah, number 4, scripts, and have people do it. I've told you guys before, Upwork.com. I've taught you guys before, onlinejobs.ph. You can hire incredible virtual assistants. I have an entire staff of them now. I think we are up to 10 of them, and they are running everything for me because I can't do it. I was burning the candle on both ends. And I know some of you are in that position right now, and you're literally part of this break free program because you're trying to actually break free and break through in your life. You have to take your hands off of the wheel sometimes, and you have to let other people lead. Okay. And that's going to come through scripts. You're going to recruit better people, and then you can take those scripts and give it to people so that they can recruit too. All right. Next. This is good stuff. Y'all getting slapped around a little bit, but you love me. You're like, dang on, that's my coach. That's my coach. All right, Coach Jessie Lee's in the building today, okay? Sometimes I say, ooh, it's not the coaching that you want. It's the coaching that you need. It's the coaching that you need. All right, so the next one, my next tip for you guys is calls to action, okay? Every time you produce content, reels, lives, TikToks, videos, posts, whatever, call to action, call to action, call to action, call to action. I told you I'd get to this when I was talking about the branding and the social media presence. I also had a TikTok go viral, 1 million views in 24 hours. It was a business live about, think about culture, either culture or core values or something. Oh, no. Yeah, culture. It was a thing with my Google form I've talked to you guys about. It went viral. And thank God in that video, I said, follow me and also go to Instagram. See, you might've seen my, my Instagram exploded lately. Like, I don't know. I got like lots of thousands of new followers in the last couple of weeks. It's literally because of this. It's because of the things that are going viral have a call to action to make sure they're following and commenting, following and commenting, following and commenting. You can actually use a call to action to direct people where you want them to go. So maybe you're producing content on TikTok, but you want them on Facebook. You can say, make sure you follow me here and then go see me on Facebook, Jessie Lee Ward, send me a friend request and a DM that says biz. If you want business information, that's fake, but you get the point, right? You're building this brand, you're building this business, you're doing a call to action, right? These things are super important because if you don't do that, then nobody does it. People ask me all the time, well, my social media presence, I'm not getting any followers, I'm not getting any engagement, nobody's watching me, nobody's commenting. Did you ask them to comment? on almost all my stuff. The only reason I didn't do it on here is because I can't see your comments. But every single time I always jump on here and I go, hey, what's going on? Go Pro Fam. Can you drop in the chat where you're coming in from? Where are we watching from? If you're watching live, drop a 1 below. If you're catching a replay, you can drop I miss you in the comments below. I will tell you I miss you too. I really do miss you guys, right? I'm asking you stuff. I'll be on a live video doing my makeup and I'll ask questions like, hey, what's going on? What do you guys like better, mountains or ocean? I like both, right? What do you guys like more? Are you more like, what color should I do my eyeshadow? Like what's your favorite color, by the way? Hey, do you like watches or belts more? I'm getting people to talk to me. It's very easy. People will talk to you if you ask them to talk to you. A lot of you just aren't asking them to. So every single piece of content you put out, I want you to have a hook, right? Right at the beginning. Like on this, I'm going to teach you how, hey guys, what's going on? It's just, or I'll do like an LOL, right? Hello, everybody. It's Jessie Lee. You can call me #BossLee. And today I'm going to teach you guys how to recruit. Hello, everybody. It's Jessie Lee. And you can call me #BossLee. And today I'm going to teach you 6 easy steps to recruiting that will help your business duplicate. Whatever, right? Make sure you share this if this is useful. Make sure you click like if you like the content. Make sure you hit follow Like I'm literally just telling them what I want them to do. Too many of us don't do this, right? You need to do the call to action. And a lot of the time I'm redirecting to my links in my bio. I know a lot of you guys know this. I'm like the link in the bio girl, link in the bio, link in the bio, link in the bio, link in the bio. But I've realized I want people that when I say go to the link in the bio, find the promoter link, right? I want the kind of people who don't go, well, where's the link in the bio? Oh, Lord. If I've got to teach you how to click on a promoter link, I don't really know how it's going to go too well for us. Okay. Like I'm going to have to teach you how to log into your Facebook account, sweetheart. So you're also being able to scale based off the people that you want when it comes to your recruiting. So hopefully that's useful for you too. All right. So calls to action hooks is number 5. And my last tip is I really, really, really want you guys to focus on super fans if you want to recruit more. And all that really is I want you guys to care more about people. This is just something that I don't know if I was born like this. I don't know if I was just, I guess maybe I was just born the nice girl. I don't really know. But I have just always been somebody who I want to connect. And there's too many people in this day and age that just don't seem to want to connect with people. They want to, get the comments, but then they don't want to respond. And a lot of times every time I'm on my video, you'll see I'm commenting back to people by their username or their actual full name. When there's shares, I'm literally doing full name shout outs. I even comment back on the shares, like on Facebook, because I can see who shares it. I comment on every single reel that's shared, every single reel of mine that is shared on Instagram. You get a DM from me. Thank you so much for sharing this reel. Right? Every single comment, I comment back. I read every single comment of mine. I said I was going to come back to this. That will help with your social presence. Number 6 will help with number 2. I'm just telling you, because if you don't know what to post, would you please look at the comments that people leave or what they're saying on your live videos or what they're commenting on your TikToks or whatever. They're literally telling you what they want more stories about. They're telling you what they want more information on. They're telling you, hey, can you educate me more on how to build a brand? Can you teach me more on how to use social media? Hey, can you tell me more about your business? Hey, I'm just kind of wondering, if I join your team, what do you get? All of these things are so absolutely powerful, yet a lot of us are not doing them. We're getting so caught in our heads of well, I don't know, I only have this many viewers. I don't care if you're talking to 0 people on your live video. It will never turn to hundreds if you're never addressing the people who are on there and supporting you at the time that they're on there and supporting you. Just say, hey, thanks, Jessica. I really appreciate you jumping on here. Hey, thanks so much, Sarah, for being on here. Ileana, oh my God, I love seeing you on here. It's so good to see you, right? Just talk to people. Nobody wants to share content to somebody. They're like, I don't even know her. I don't even like her. She never says hi to me. I'm always on her stuff. Don't you like it too? When if you're on with an influencer that you like to follow and they're doing their makeup, but they're doing their hair, they're doing whatever. And you're like, what is going on? Or you ask a question and they actually respond. That's how you make super fans. A lot of you never respond back to the people in your stories. If I have time for it, you have time for it. When somebody engages on my stories, I have no problem. Even if it's just a double tap of a heart, I want them to know I saw it and I appreciate you. I reciprocate stuff. If you comment an emoji, I'm going to comment an emoji. If you comment a sentence, I'm going to try to comment a sentence. If you comment a paragraph, I'm going to read it and I'm going to comment you back with a sentence, right? Acknowledging people. Too many of us are literally not acknowledging each other. You're not having a reciprocal relationship. And if you're not having a relationship that's actually being built back and forth, you're going to have a very, 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 very difficult time building your business. You're going to have a very hard time recruiting people. The cool thing about recruiting people when you're doing this superfans thing is that people are so deeply ingrained in who you are as a person and as a leader that when they do join you, they're already part of your culture. They already know who you are as a person. They already understand your character. They're already so bought into you, the Boss Lee brand. They're already bought into Jessie Lee that it's like they jump in and they already know. They're like, no, I know she's got calls. I just got to find out when they are. I know she's got a system. I just got to find out how I jump in. I know she's got this. I just need to jump in and do whatever. I already know. 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 Like there's no more guessing game. And it all ties together back to that brand as who are you showing up as? Because people are going to join people that they go, I have a future with that person. They're going to recruit. They're going to be recruited by people who they go, I think that I can do big business with her. I think I can build and scale something with him. Right? They're watching you to decide, is this the person who can lead me? Is this the person who can guide me? Is this the person who can train me? And more often than not, if you're not being consistent, they have no clue. And we are no longer in a day and age, obviously, where we're sitting in hotel lobbies all the time. I am on tour, obviously, outside from this vacation, right? I've been on tour now for months. I've been in the hotels every single Friday and Saturday. I've been doing all this stuff again, just to get presence around my people. That's a culture builder, but that goes back to superfans. You can't scale the business you want to anymore in a hotel lobby. You can't do it anymore in the back room of a restaurant. If you don't get on social media and you do these kinds of things to scale your business, to get in front of more eyeballs, you will be left behind. Because like I said, there's a lot of people who do not want to build a business anymore, my friends. I almost said my guy. There's not that many people who want to build a business anymore, my guy, but there's a lot of people who want to make money. And I think it is inevitable. The economy is shifting. We have the best opportunity. Nobody can tell me anything, okay? We have the best opportunity for the average person to not worry about this economic downturn or whatever's going to happen. I think it's pretty obvious it's happening. Big companies are dumping inventory. Big stuff is happening in a lot of different professions right now. And it is our turn to be really steadfast, really excited, and show people that this is really something that works and really something that has no overhead and really something that can change your entire life and not have to worry about the gas prices, not worry about the food prices, not worry about traveling and seeing the world and not worrying about paying your bills and keeping a roof over your head. Instead, the network marketers that are part of this Break Free program are more like focused on, hey, okay, now I know how to make money. Now how do we get wealthy? Because I heard that you can get wealthy in times of economic downturn. And that's because you're going to recruit from this training. That's because you're going to go out there and you're going to do these things. You're going to take the Reels challenge I gave you. You're going to build the brand, the social media presence. You're going to go out there and you're going to be teachable and reachable for people to connect with you. You're going to be relatable. You're going to do calls to actions. You're going to hook people. You're going to follow up with these people and you're going to use scripts. So I love you guys so much. I am literally now on my way to the airport to go to first Milan. Y'all know me in Italy. But I really love and appreciate this opportunity to pour into you guys. I really am extremely passionate about recruiting because I was just that shy, awkward girl in a basement 11 and a half years ago, needing $300 a month to pay rent. And this one opportunity is the absolute catalyst that changed my entire life. I'm a completely different human. I swear every 3 to 6 months. But really, when I think back on who I was 11 years ago, I have no idea who that girl was. And I hope and pray that for every single one of you, but you're going to have to put in the work. The hopes and the prayers and the manifestation is great. And the vision is wonderful, but I need us to go out there. We need to show the world how great we are. So thank you for the opportunity to train you guys. Go out there and do something. My name is Jessie Lee. You can call me #BossLee or the People's Mentor, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Ciao.